Today, I'm joined by Mythix, coach of the Mythix Mawels and owner of the Bouncy House Association. He's fifth overall in our Hall of Fame rankings, a finalist in Season 3, and undefeated in Season 4. Returning to the Suicune division for Season 9, they are slated to face Moon in Week 1. Welcome back. How does it feel to be returning to the Burnt Tower Draft League after stepping away for a couple of seasons?
Yeah, it feels pretty exciting. I mean, I haven't been here in a while, so I thought I'd come back and kind of give it a go again, see if I can. I kind of forgot I was undefeated before, but I'll see if I can do it again.
Yeah, going back and doing some research on you, you've had like a pretty impressive run from like Season 3 to 5. Pretty like consistent playoff contender and almost took home the championship in Season 3, only losing to Bidoof in the finals.
Yeah, I really wanted to rematch him, but he didn't. He didn't play in Suicune, so
Nah,
kind
he's
of
been
sad.
doing that decks a lot now. Kind of
Uh,
lame. But I guess without further ado, let's get into this season,
yes.
looking towards your first matchup against Moon. But let's take a look at your team first. So I looked past at your previous teams, and I saw like pretty like consistent offensive teams. This season though, you drafted a much more bulkier offense squad with like a double regen core and other notable bulky Pokemon. How has your drafting and playstyle evolved or changed since the last time you played here?
I mean, I pretty much usually just draft things that I want to play with. So when I first played like a long time ago, I kind of just picked things that I thought looked really cool. It was one of my favorite teams I ever bought back in I think season 5 was like my favorite. And then this time I was like, oh, the only two mons I haven't played with is Gouging Fire and Chen Pao. And then obviously Chen Pao went, so I was like, all right, time to draft Gouging. So I picked Gouging, and then I didn't really know what to pick second. I was kind of like not like rushed, but I didn't really know what to pick. So I was like, oh, I haven't played with Tornadus before. So then I picked Tornadus, and then it kind of just went from there. But I definitely do like the kind of bulky style team comps
Mm.
quite a lot. So I think that's kind of changed, even though I've like kind of always played like that. But I like chipping things down and then like winning
Fair enough.
pretty much.
I think the team works well if your whole goal is to chip everything down with your bulky Pokemon and then get Gouging Fire in to set up and sweep. I think it's a good strategy. Um, but outside of the BTDL, have you had any like favorite Pokemon you've drafted or any standout accolades you're proud of in other leagues?
I mean, yeah, I kind of have like I kind of enjoy them when I draft them. Like I was playing in my own draft league last season, and I won the top division with a Terror Hooper, which was quite fun. I didn't think it
Nice.
was gonna be fun, but I played it and it was pretty cool. So I kind of just like enjoy things as I play with them. I also like Gliscor. I like Dragapult. There's like quite a few I like, but unfortunately they kind of always get taken. So, but yeah, like I like them, but there's no like go-to Pokemon. I'd say I kind of just like trying new things. I don't like to draft the same things repeatedly, really.
I respect that. I'm the same way. Except for Pal. I'm trying to get him to kill leader this season.
I'd like to use him once, so it'd be
It's pretty fun
nice.
if you can use him right.
Yeah, it seems like a difficult to execute mon, but or just like kind of clicking buttons, but that's about it.
Um, I have to mention this, because I saw that you and Muffin had a pretty heated a heated debate in Suicune chat about his power rankings. He did rank your team bottom four, um, saying in quote, "There's fundamentally no synergy across his team." What are your thoughts on that?
Um, uh, so I mean, I don't, I'm not the kind of person who's gonna like stand there and say, oh yeah, my team is like the best. It should be voted the best.
Hmm.
But I kind of looked at the rankings and I was like, he said, oh, these two have no synergy, and I thought, well, they kind of do. Tornadus gives some speed, which is quite nice, and also is a ground immunity for gouging. Um, I get they're both weak to rocks, which is okay, fair point. But then I was looking through the rankings and I was thinking like, well, he said they have synergy, and then the number one team was like a Sneasler plus Rain, and I'm thinking like, what these don't have synergy? What do you mean? They must have synergy. So that's where I was kind of coming from. I was like,
Mhm.
I don't mind being ranked down the bottom, but I like it when it's kind of an objective standard. But that's kind of my experience from doing power rankings myself over about like 7 or 8 times. So
Yeah.
I kind of feel like that, yeah.
Well, it also creates a underdog story for you as well.
I actually got ranked worst in last season in the BHA, and I won. So
Congrats. You showed all those haters wrong.
exactly, yeah. I sometimes I just do very good with teams that are quite underrated. Sometimes I don't. I'm very
Well,
inconsistent.
that's fine. But let's take a look at your matchup versus Moon. You guys basically have like pretty opposite teams because his is very like fast, offensive. I know week one can be like pretty nerve wracking, especially going up against Moon, who has like proven themselves last season, earning their promotion, and even trying to push for a championship in Entei. Without giving too much away, what's your general approach to facing Moon's team? Are there any particular threats you want to keep in check or win conditions you're hoping to set up?
Um, I mean, no disrespect to Moon, but I don't I've been out of this league for a very long time, so I have no idea who they are. As with most players in Suicune. But I looked at the team and yeah, I think the fact that everything is quite fast is quite scary. Um, but there's not a lot of setup, so I'm kind of hoping that I guess there's a little bit of setup, but I'm kind of hoping that the kind of offensive threats kind of just fall over, and then maybe I can set up for a sweep or something. I kind of just figure it out as I go. I like
Mhm.
build a very good team, and then I'm just like in team builder or whatever, and then I just kind of figure the game plan out as I go. But he's definitely got some scary threats though.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, he's also ranked a bottom four team alongside you.
Oh, okay. So we're both bottom four. Okay, I didn't see where he ranked, but
Yeah.
I could yeah I guess I could kind of see like some flaws, but yeah, it's still cool. Like everyone seems still got something that makes them cool.
Everyone has their own playstyles.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he'll prove us wrong. If he beats me week one, that'll be really awkward.
um, well, outside of Moon, have you had a chance to take a look at the full season schedule?
I did a bit. Have a look at it a little bit. Yeah, I don't dislike it. I think
No.
it's. I think I could. I don't know about undefeated because I really don't know who like most of these people are. Like I
Mhm.
said, I've been out of here for a very long time.
A
But
lot of new faces.
yeah, I know Federo. Oh, I'm versus Muffin Man on week 3. Well, now that's gonna be awkward if he loses.
Your
That's
revenge.
revenge for the power rankings. Yeah, the only person I really know is Gurg, but I don't think I face him. No, I don't. So, no, I'm quite happy with the matchups. I think I
Yep.
can definitely do good.
Oh, phone call.
Uh,
Um, is
no,
there
it's
anyone
fine.
that
I don't
you
need to answer.
wish you had fought or scheduled or hoping to see in the playoffs if you make it?
Uh, well, I was definitely hoping to face Muffin Man. Um,
Yeah.
but I also I want to face Gurg in the finals, hopefully, because
That'd be a
I
fun
beat him in
finals,
the
yeah.
finals in BHA, so I want to beat him in the finals again.
BHA rematch and BTDL. That'd be sick.
Yeah, and if he loses to me, that'd be his fourth time losing to me.
Oh, nice. Got a little rivalry going on there.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he can make finals. He's got a really cool team,
Yeah.
so I'd like to face that.
Well, that's pretty much all I've got for questions for now. I want to thank you for your time. And do you have anything to say to the audience or your division rivals who may be listening in?
Uh, just like let me win, and then I get finals, and then I win.
Easy.
That's it. Yeah, just like don't prep and come to the match.
Don't
That's
trip.
all. That's all I can say. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you again, Mythix. That's all for today's week 1 interview. Best of luck to you, Mythix, in your matchup against Moon and in their season 9 pursuit.
Thank you very much.
Today we are joined by Moon, one of the most efficient players we've had, with the third highest win percentage in the league, despite only one season under his belt. A finalist in Season 7's NT Division, narrowly missing out against Frobe, and now making his return in Season 9 as part of Suicune. Moon, welcome back.
Thank you. It's good to be back.
After taking some time away, how does it feel to return to the league this time in Suicune?
I'm excited for it. I've just played another league where I absolutely wiped out, so hopefully I can bounce back and get a good start here.
So, well, I'm sure there's gonna be lots of nerves. I'm sure going into like a higher skill division, but we'll get to that in a bit. Let's take a look at your team first that you drafted. You came back in a big way, getting the first overall pick. You locked in Dragapult. What made you decide on Dragapult as the centerpiece of your team?
Dragapult's just a really fun mon. I was talking with some other people, and they all have opinions because everyone's got opinions. But like first round
Mhm.
draft, it's a really big thing. But like I like Dragapult's speed, I like its versatility, and I like the fact that because it's so dang fast, I can go like max bulk and live moves that you don't think you should live.
It's very fun. I drafted it last season as well, and I enjoyed it.
Mhm,
I didn't really know how to use it well, maybe, but I did enjoy it.
mhm.
From there, you drafted a very offensive squad with Greninja as your next pick, and then you got two very offensive Terra captains in Jolteon and Revavroom who have had success before in this league, and a unique pick in Komodo, which I think you're the first person in like 3 seasons to draft it, and even Trapinch with your last point. Um, what made you pick Komodo? I gotta ask first.
Personally, I was worried about Shadow Ball spam and Dark spam into my team because my Dark resists at that point in time were Greninja and yeah, Greninja. So
Yeah.
I had another fighting type that I did end up dropping or trading, but I was like, look, if my fairy is at that point it was Fezandipity, which is okay, but I'm like, look, my Shadow Ball switch-ins are non-existent because Drag Bolt's not gonna take one. Greninja doesn't like taking things, like maybe once, but one prediction and oh, I've lost Gren for nothing. And like so the rest of my team is not super into that. With Bulletproof, I can at least mitigate that
Hmm.
and I can just send it in on a dark type and not super be worried about it.
Yeah. For sure. And I know in season 7 you built like a more balanced draft with that fire water grass core
Mhm,
that really tore up Entei.
mhm.
um how would you compare the two teams that you've drafted in
Personally,
Burnt Tower?
this one is a little bit outside my comfort zone, but in that last league that I played, I drafted a really defensive weighted team, and I did not I went 1 and 7. So I
Wow.
did not have very much success, and I'm like, "Look, I gotta throw all that junk out the window," and I was gonna go for a more balanced approach. Instead of Gren, my second pick would have been Hisuian Samurott, but someone took it, like, about a half dozen picks in front of me, and apparently they weren't the only one thinking about it. So I was like, shit, well, now that I don't have that, who I guess I'll take the other water dark type that can also drop spikes.
Mhm.
So, and then from after Gren, it was Jolteon because someone really was like, do Terra Jolteon, it's the best. And I'm like, okay. And then from there, I'm like, well, let's just pick a bunch of Mons. And then I turned around and I looked at my team about like 6 months through the draft. I'm like, I have no defensive backbone. I guess it's just
Mhm.
going to be a ride or die team.
Yeah, fair enough. Like looking at it, it's very fast, I'll give you that, and very offensive. Like a
Yeah,
lot of
no,
Mons probably won't be able to switch into you guys
mhm, mhm.
very
Yeah,
well.
no, I've got a little, like, crew that I build with, and they're like, "Bro, this
Mhm.
team, the speed tiers are so bad," and I'm like, "I know that I've screwed it up with speed tiers, but it's fine. If I just bulk out stuff, it should be okay. Like I was doing mocks and I put enough bulk to live a banded ice shard from a Weavile on my Dragapult and on my Jolteon. And even Jolteon can live a +2 ice shard from Weavile, which
Nice.
is like not a calc you'd normally anticipate happening, but it's one of those things where it's like, okay, so speed is relatively okay. Let's just go wherever and hopefully
Mhm.
just I can make the momentum go. And if I run into stall teams, I'm gonna probably have to figure it out because I feel like I'm just hyper offense, go, go, go. And either I'm done or you're done. Like there's no in between, you know?
Well, that calc is pretty important because your first matchup, it does have a Weavile.
Yeah. No,
Um,
no. I was doing mocks, and the funniest thing was I was either being swept 6-0 or I was sweeping 6-0. There was no in between
yeah.
because of just the nature of the builds. And I was like, well, so I'm either screwed if like my opponent outpositions me, or I just clean their entire team. There's no
Mhm.
two ways about it.
Well, then let's take a look at this Mythix matchup here.
Yeah.
Who you've been mentioning, like they do have like a much bulkier team with that
Hmm.
regenerated core with Tornadus Therian and Alola Mola with the
Hmm.
Wish Passing to keep all those
Hmm.
bulky threats still alive and
Hmm.
healthy. And of course
Hmm.
the setup sweep option with Gouging Fire.
Freaking
Um
gouging fire.
yeah. Uh what's your general game plan against this team without giving too much away because this interview will probably come up before the matchup.
Mm. Yeah, I know it like I said, it's 6-0 or schmixo. Like there's no in between. I'm either gonna win or I'm gonna be absolutely clapped. I was looking at Trapinch, but because I'm
Okay.
like, I don't know, maybe it's me and I'm a bad guy, but I believe that trapping in a draft format is really, really strong. Like,
Mm,
and I was looking at calcs. I'm like, okay, so does Adamant Trapinch KO Weavile? Does it KO Hisuian Electro? Does it KO Gouging Fire? Trapinch with a Violite, if Gouging Fire is booster attack, Trapinch still lives a Heat Crash. Yeah, no, like just max health, little bit of
yeah,
defense. It will live a Heat Crash from booster attack gouging and deal like 70% with Earthquake.
it's pretty
So like
impressive. Yeah.
yeah, no. So and like I was like, should I get I was asking my crew, should I get Diglett? And they're like, no, Diglett's bad. And I'm like, wait, Trapinch. And they're like, okay, sure. And besides, I got 1 point. What else am I gonna put it on to? Like all the 1 pointers are kind of mid and it's no
Mhm.
Terra, so it is what it is. But I'm also worried about the Weavile. The regenerator core was really annoying. And of course, gouging is terrifying. Like one Dragon Dance with gouging, and I feel like I was kind of cooked.
Mm,
But you know, you mock, you test, you get better, and you sort of figure it out as you go. That's always been my favorite part of draft. Is like, I don't know. There's like the planning phase and the execution, and like I love planning. I love brainstorming. I love research. I just love fooling around in the builder. And then when it comes to execution, I just there's so many times where I just fall apart. 'Cause, you know, the
For
nerves
sure,
get
yeah.
to you, and you're like, oh, should I do this? Or yeah, no. Maybe that's just me though.
Yeah, fair enough. Like I enjoy like the theory crafting as well and
Hmm.
trying to come up with like, hey, maybe this will work if it's a cool idea and stuff like that. But yeah.
Yeah, yeah, no, but you always love it when the text land. Like you got your
Hmm.
switcheroo, you got your flings, you got your meme looks, you got your like whatever BS that shouldn't work, but you pull it out and you're like everyone in the lobby is just like, wow, damn, kind of just have to
When
hand it to you.
everyone pops off, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Um so then looking beyond week one, of course, this is your first season competing in Suicune. You've already proven
yes.
yourself in Entei, but now you're stepping up into a higher skill division. Do you feel any
Mhm.
nerves coming in, and how
Oh,
confident are you in proving you belong here?
Oh, I'm 100% nervous. Like, I feel my personality is like if I didn't care, I just don't give a damn. But like
Mhm.
here, it's like, oh, I care, which is both good and bad because you get like really hyped, right? I think there are a lot of strong players here, and there are a lot of good drafts. There are also a lot of like weird drafts, but I think it's because of the nature of the picks that people have made in Suicune. So one person sniped someone else, and then they just kind of it's like hurt people, and so all of our drafts are a little bit messed up, I'd say. But I'm excited. I'm also nervous, but like I think I have the tech and I have the skills to, at the very least, make playoffs. Like that's always
Mhm.
my goal is make it into playoffs. And then from there, it's like, okay, that's when the rubber hits the road because you've got 8 weeks. And if you can scrape together like a 5-3, 6-2, maybe even a 4-4, then you can really roll into playoffs. And then in playoffs, then who knows what happens in playoffs? It's wild.
Yeah, it's the Wild West there.
Hmm.
Um, well, looking through your schedule, have you taken a look yet?
Not yet. I normally do. I think last time I looked through like my entire schedule and then I took everyone's drafts and like I had different boxes for them. So I'm like,
Mm,
oh, it's week 3, so I've already got my opponent's week 3, like just their general pool. But then people made trades and that just threw my entire thing out.
yeah,
So I'm like, you know what? Take it 1 week at a time and then maybe look a little bit in advance and just kind of see. I'm not sure if more trades are going to come in. And if I do, then there's no point in planning for stuff that's going to change, right?
true. Um,
Mm.
you do have an idea of who's in the division. So, are there any rivals that you want to hope to face this season? Maybe
I
hoping to
don't think
see
about
them in the playoffs.
rivals, but there are like people I respect. I respect Gerg. I think they're good. I think Evan's good, and that Chan Pao is probably gonna eat my Dragapult. Very sad. What else am I worried about? I'm worried about Mr. Rain down there because friggin' like he was number 1 in power rankings, and also
Hmm.
like that squad of Pelipper, Terra, Barraskewda, Archaludon. Like, oh boy, howdy, that's gonna be annoying. I'm just
For
gonna
sure.
jump ahead and see if I actually play them because if I can dodge that matchup all the way until playoffs, I will be relatively happy. Hmm. Okay, nope, not there. Whatever. I'll figure it out later.
Finiro? I don't think you play Finiro at all.
No, that's fine. Only in playoffs. Here we go.
Yes.
It's fine. It's fine. Got to make it there first. But yeah,
Yeah,
one
of
week at a
course.
time. It's kind of how you do it. Yeah.
Yep. Don't want to overload yourself with
Hmm.
too
Hmm.
many
What
team builds.
ifs?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
Um. Well, that was 11 minutes. Wow. That's all the
Oh,
time we have. So, and
oh
all my
no.
questions. So,
Sorry.
no, no worries. Thank you so much, Moon, for your time.
No
We'll
problem.
see how things shake out in his Suicune debut against Mythix in week 1. But do you have any final thoughts or words for your division rivals?
I hope that everyone plays well and that when you're playing me, you miss your gunk shots and also all the other moves. But also, just have fun. Let's have a good time about it.
Well, thank you again, Moon, and best of luck this season. All
Yeah.
right.